And there's some great young players in the game, and we're seeing a lot of young guys who are getting their opportunities. But Julio Rodriguez, after kind of trying to find his footing, he's found the mark.
Yeah, I know it's early, but in my eyes, this guy is going to be a young, budding superstar. And for a few reasons, he does a lot of things really well on the baseball field, and I want to show you what he does really well.
All right, here we go.
Let's take a look at the young Julio Rodriguez. One thing that I love about him, I love the young swag and energy, but this guy doesn't take a play off. Watch right here, out of the box. You take a look at the box in the lower screen. Out of the box, he's thinking too. He's never admiring his work, you know, showboating and putting on the show. He waits until he gets to second base. He brings that energy right there. You see him always flexing, putting on the show. Right here again, watch him out of the box. Again, his ability to pick up the ball, his instincts are incredible, his speed. I mean, he puts on a show. Now, I know this is Kyle Schwarber, not the best, not the most graceful outfielder that we have in the league, but his energy, his effort each play is incredible to watch. Now, another element, analytic guys hate this. Stolen bases, they say don't do it, but again, his technique, you see him slightly open because it allows him to get to second base on a direct line. When you're a little bit closed off, it makes you swing out a little bit, but his mechanics, even on the bases, are really, really impressive to see. And again, Hall of Famer, probably first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best pitchers that we've seen in our game. Oppo, 96 up in the zone. He covers the fastball extremely well. And then you saw again the other night, big moments, you know, benches clearing, energy high. He's not afraid. He steps up, he's ready to go. But one thing I think is impressive is his approach as a young guy. You saw him early, you know, struggling early. I think he was doing too much. But right here, he's made the field a pie chart. One of the best hitting coaches that I had the opportunity to hit with, Kevin Seitzer, used to tell me, you know, a lot of hitting coaches talk right field, right field, right field. Okay. But when you think right field, you're looking at the right fielder, and at times you can be late on pitches. Okay. You foul pitches off. You start swinging and missing at pitches. What he's done is made the field a pie chart and realized that anything right of second base is oppo. Okay. So when he's a little bit late, now right field, right center's in play. When he's real late, it's a triple down the line. When he's a little early on the breaking stuff, it's a homer to left center. Or when he's extremely early, it's a double down the line. So him as a young player this early in his career realizing, okay, you know what? I was excited. Let me get back to my approach, the things that have, you know, made me consistent and exciting throughout my career. And you're seeing it right now showing up in full effect. This guy is fun to watch, and I cannot wait to see him continue to progress throughout his career.
A lot of base hits in the middle of that field, and I love that, the idea of work in the middle of the field, because if you do think, okay, I'm going to go oppo, like you said, now all of a sudden you basically cut off that inside corner. You've given the pitcher an advantage. Hey, if he can come in there and bury three in on you, you're done. You're sitting down. You're going to the bench. But when you give yourself an opportunity to play with 3 strikes and give yourself a chance to go anywhere on the field, yeah, that's when you're going to start doing stuff. And you could see with this guy, I mean, he is going places right now. Got the speed, the power, the ability to hit for average, plays great defense. I love what this guy brings to the Seattle team. You got a lot of really good young players over there, and this might be the cream of the crop right here.
Yeah, you're talking about going places. We need to go places. I want to show you exactly where we're going.
All right, where are we going?
Let's go on the first base. Okay. You know, again, it's impressive. This young man, his mechanical instincts, his ability to make adjustments on the field. You talk about having talent. You know, stealing bases, you know, it isn't always about being fast. One thing that really struck me right here was his setup. And this is something that Dave Roberts talked to me about in San Diego when I was with the Padres. His ability, you know, stealing bases are really important, but mechanics, the setup, the pre-pitch is really important. And you watch him when he gets off, he takes his lead. But what I love about his lead is instead of being even, a lot of people would think be even, be square to the field. Yep. What he does really well is he allows himself to be slightly open. When you're slightly open, it allows you to create a straight line to second base. The quickest way to one direction, right straight line. So again, when you open up, it allows you to be straight, boom, direct to that bag. Sometimes what happens as base stealers, when we get thrown out, when it's a bang-bang play, usually it's jump, it's setup, it's lead not being quite big enough. And at times when you close yourself off, it makes you actually swing out around, and then now you're working from inside back out to the back part of the bag. So again, the little things that I enjoy watching about his game, you know, the mechanical aspects, the attention to detail is what makes him, you know, a really special young player.
17 stolen bases leads to all of baseball. What kind of pressure does it put on you as a catcher when you know you got a guy in here who can swipe it back?
Oh, absolutely. It puts pressure on the pitcher, puts pressure on me behind the plate, puts pressure on the defense. Everybody's thinking about it. You got to account for speed. There were teams that we would play, guys that we would play that we knew, okay, wait a minute, we got to be prepared prepared if this guy gets on base. The Billy Hamiltons of the world, they get on base and you're just immediately, you go into like a hyper mode of, I gotta be aware of the stolen base. I gotta block everything. If I do block it, I gotta get up quick. What kind of pitches am I calling? Does it change my pitch calling for the hitter? Because I gotta be aware. I don't want to give him a free bag.
Right.
So am I gonna maybe call a fastball in a situation where I would normally go to a breaking ball? Those kinds of things enter your mind as a catcher, and that's not somewhere you want to be when you're obviously trying to win a baseball game, because that's a big advantage.
It's a huge advantage, especially now. Analytics are saying that.
Yeah,
there's not.
Real quick, because you said that earlier, that analytics saying, hey, basically you shouldn't steal bases. There's no upside to it. I've never met a manager who says, I don't want you stealing bases.
Right, exactly. Especially when you play in a division like that, a ballpark like Safeco. You've got to find a way to manufacture runs.
Right.
You telling me you want that guy sitting at first base after a single? No chance. So, it's a added attribute to the Mariners offense.
And a lot of time what they'll say now is it's that 75% mark. That's what they want to see for a success rate for stolen bases. If you can meet that, that's what they basically make sure you got it if you're going to go. But we saw it in the playoffs last year. Way more attempts at stolen bases, way more so. And I think we're seeing a lot more teams starting to put the ball in play again. We're starting to get that turnover back from the home run league to I want to call it is small ball, but just
in action.
Being action league. And that's so much fun.
We need all-around baseball players, and right now that's what you're getting.
Right.
We complain about strikeouts. But we don't want guys to do this. We got to pick and choose what we want. But again, I think this guy is only going to help our game and improve and continue to be exciting.
And you talk about the game being more appealing to kids. What do kids want to do when they get out on any field? They want to run. They want to run wild. So stolen bases, and also, and I hear you on the 75% success rate, but if you got a runner who tries to steal bases, that could put pressure on defenses. Guys can end up catching balls, can end up in the outfield. Guys can run around. At the end of the day, and advance bases. At the end of the day, you want more action. You want more pressure on the defense. You want to score, and you want to win. You want to win games.